So true car people will understand this video and will get it. People who are not car people won't and think I'm an idiot. But when you're really into your vehicles, really into vehicles in general, you develop a bit of an emotional attachment. And now I'm not saying that they're above like friends, family, human life, anything like that. No, don't misunderstand me. But you do. You build a little bit of a relationship with them, and there's a certain sentiment about them. So case in point, my 40 Ford Coupe that I've had now about 5 years, and it really is, it's like the most beautiful build that I have in my collection right now. Very beautiful car, very well built, very well done. But even before I sent it out from California, I was starting to have some issues with it. And I got it out here, and since it's been out here, I've done like a complete tune-up on it. I've changed all the fluids. I had the battery replaced, starter, voltage regulator, and it seems to be doing well now. But one problem that it's had ever since I've had it really is it was tough to get into second gear. It just didn't quite want to seat into second gear. It would work, but since I've gotten out here, it's gotten a lot worse. So maybe a month ago, I decided, okay, I'm going to stick the car up for sale, just see if maybe I can put some money in my pocket, maybe get something else too, but just get rid of it. It was time, and I felt like, okay, even though it was a vehicle, it was kind of a long-term vehicle, I felt like it was probably time. So I stuck it up for sale, and I had a few people hit me up, mostly about trades, but had a few other people hit me up and ask some questions about it. But I just decided to take the vehicle offline. I decided, you know what, I don't want to sell it anymore. I changed my mind. So fast forward about a week from there, I had a guy come out, was kind of walking through my shop, looking at my stuff and doing the typical, is this for sale, is this for sale? Well, when he got to the 40, he says, is this for sale? And I said, you know, actually I did have it up for sale about a week ago, but I took it down, I changed my mind, I decided I didn't want to sell it. So, and I told him about the issues with it and the second gear issue or whatever. So he's like, well, what were you asking for? So I told him 40, which is what I was asking for. He said, I'll give you 34 right now. So I said, nah, I don't want to sell it. I've changed my mind about it. So right before he got ready to leave, he says, how about 20 in my Camaro? So, well, what kind of Camaro do you have? So he shows me some pictures. He got a 68 Camaro. He's like, come out to my place, take a look at it, see if it's something you'd be interested in. So a few days later, I go to his place, I take a look at it, and it's a nice Camaro. It's a 68 Camaro, paint's okay, interior's nice, it seems to run good. I couldn't find any rust on it, looked pretty good from what I could tell. Driver quality. So I said, you know what, I'll do it. I'll do the trade, 20 grand and your car. So he comes back to me and says, well, let me come back out and take a look at your vehicle again. It'll be next weekend. No problem. So the next weekend comes, I don't hear from him, I call him, nothing, text him, nothing, or what have you. So kind of go back into the mode of, okay, I'm not gonna get rid of it, I'm just gonna keep it, that's fine, and I'll get the transmission fixed. Then on the Sunday, he calls me and says, hey, I'm on my way, heading your direction, are you there? Okay, great, whatever. So shift gears again. He gets here, he checks it out, he drives it, comes back and says, well, can I change my offer? How about if I give you 15 in my car? I said, no, I'll pass. So he ends up going up to 18, and I'm kind of hemming and hawing a little bit and thinking about it. And he's like, you think about it for a little while, I'll think about the 20 and we'll figure it out. So I think about it the rest of the day and kind of agonize over it a bit. And I think, you know what the hell? I'll go ahead and do it, but I was gonna get him to 19. I was like, figured if you meet me at 19, we'll do it. I call him, we talk for a minute, and then he says, you know what, I think I'm gonna pass on your car. So again, I'm back into the mode of, I'm not gonna sell it. Ups, down, ups, down. You can see what's going on here. So he had his Camaro listed online. I'd seen it, and he was asking like 30 for it, and I saw that he had dropped his price. So I just sent him a text and said, hey, I think, what you're asking right now, I think that you'll probably get some bites and end up selling it. He calls me. Yeah, you messaged me on the Camaro. I said, oh, this is just Mike, the one with the 40 Ford. Huh, who? So I go through the whole razzmatazz of who I am. Oh, yeah, now I remember you. Okay, yeah, da-da-da-da-da, and everything like that. So he's like, oh, you willing to take a little bit less in my car? Nah, I think at this point I've changed my mind. I've pretty much settled in and decided to keep it. And right now it is at the transmission shop. It's been there for a couple of weeks. I'm hoping that they can figure it out. Not really a big deal if they don't. I mean, I can drive it and I can shift from first to third and then on into fourth, and it really doesn't skip a beat. But I like everything to work, especially on a car like that. I like it to work right. And so I would like to get it fixed. So my next piece of up and down, if you guys missed the video, my 2014 Ram, my daily driver, love the truck, been driving it for a year and a half, was planning on keeping it, 138,000 miles, drove it out from California. I really have grown to love that truck, but I thought I had a catastrophic failure. Long story short, I ended up trading off one of my other vehicles and getting a 2017 Equinox, which I did a video on, and that's now become my daily driver. And I was just like, okay, I'm thinking I'm just gonna go ahead and like sell the truck, part it out, something like that. But then my mechanic comes out, he takes a look, and he's like, I really think it's the oil cooler that's leaking. I can't fix it, but that's what I think it is. So I order an oil cooler from the dealership. I get it down there the other day. After a couple hours, they call me and it's like, it's not the oil cooler, it's something from your transmission, it's leaking, we think we can fix it. And it's gonna end up being under $1,000 fixed. So I say, go ahead, get it fixed, great. I'm happy to get my truck back. Go down, pick it up. So I'm driving out of the parking lot, I'm like, something still doesn't feel quite right. And even driving down there, like the transmission was slipping, it was struggling, check engine light came on or whatever, but I thought, maybe it just needs to be driven a little bit, reset or what have you. So I drive it down the road and I get like no distance down the road and it's slipping, it's hunting gears, it's not getting in the right gear, it's not shifting, it's not upshifting, it's not really downshifting. Check engine light comes back on, I got no power. So long story short, I end up turning around, I limp it back to the dealership. It's like, okay, something else is still going on here. They go in, diagnose it again, and yeah, you guessed it, and we need a transmission. It's gonna be for a rebuild $9 grand for a transmission, which, the truck's not worth too much more than that. So I'm like, I don't think I wanna stick that much money into it. But I ended up calling the local transmission shop where my 40 happens to be right now and talking with them, and they can actually do the exact same transmission about $1,300 cheaper, or I can get a used transmission, which I think would be better at this point in time for about half the price of the original quote from the dealership. And I can get it back on the road, and with the amount of miles I'm gonna end up driving this truck now that I got the Equinox as a backup, I really do think that it'll probably last me like 8-10 years. So that's what I'm planning to do. I'm actually gonna get the truck towed. It's down at the dealership right now. I'm gonna get it towed over to the transmission shop where my 40 is, check on the status of my 40, see what's going on there, and then have them start working on that. So yeah, my local transmission shop is getting a lot of business from me right now. But really, it's just about kind of like the ups and the downs, and you get kind of emotionally attached, and it was like the 40, the back and forth, I'm gonna get rid of it, I'm not gonna get rid of it. And I tell you, that was kind of a stressful time for me. And then here with my Ram, yeah, it's toast, I need to get rid of it. Oh, there's hope, it looks like we can fix it. Oh no, it's not this, but it's this. Okay, we can still fix it. To, okay, now it needs this, and maybe I won't fix it. To, okay, maybe now I will fix it. It's very up and down, and true car people can understand what I'm saying, they can relate to what I'm saying, and the rest of you are just gonna think I'm nuts, and that's okay. So, just wanted to share that with you all. So at this point, yeah, as always, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you don't mind. I would appreciate that. And guys, God bless. Take care. Have an absolutely amazing day.